Hi, my name is Joanna. I'm a hypnotherapist, medium, and a quantum channeler. And in this video, I will dive deep and invite you to take a journey with me into my world and my own otherworldly experiences. So get comfy, grab a beverage, and hold on to your, well, anything from falling off, because what you're going to hear might just blow your mind as it did for me. It all started with a very pivotal date for me, a date that was marked by the ancients as one of the most powerful days in womankind, predicted thousands of years ago. And that day was 12th of December 2012. There was a shift in consciousness. Now, I heard about this prophecy, but I didn't really take much into account with it. I mean, I recall being just a healthy skeptic. That's what I am. All for a good reason. I'm the kind of person who believes it if I see it. Sure, give me the proof and then I'll believe it. So on that day, I didn't have any plans, just relaxing at home. It was the weekend. And something I didn't expect at all happened for me. At about 10:19 p.m. or so, Danish time zone, a frequency went into both of my ears, as if someone was holding tuning forks right next to them, both ears, and my whole head just vibrated, and it didn't hurt. This lasted for about a few minutes. Then it stopped, and a green orb was floating around my room. I thought, wow, what the heck was that? Like, geez, super weird. Then I tried to find where the sound came from. Even asked people around where I lived, checking if there was any parties or any gongs playing. And there was nada, nothing. Very quiet area that I live in. I even checked the news and the media the next day if there was like some big Mayan, revelation. And again, nothing. So I thought, okay, super weird experience. So I just kind of went about my life. And about 6 months later or so, just one day out of the blue, while I was laying down on the grass in the park, looking up at the sky, I started to see these crystalline codes. At first, I didn't know what to call it, but I was seeing some formation in my reality that didn't belong in my reality. If you ever seen the Simpsons episode where Homer is in like the 2D and he sees the 3 or the 4D, that's how I saw it and that's how I felt. So this formation, I can describe it as looking through a crystal because it's see-through, but you can see the formations and links together like a snake wrapping around in tubes. And at each intersection, there's a circle inside with sacred geometry. Now, I was so blown away at just simply seeing this that I could not get over it for weeks. I mean, really months. I was seeing this every day of my life, and I still do. It's been over 12 years. But of course, I had to debunk this. So I went to the doctor to make sure to check my eyes and health. And in conclusion, all the doctors and everything that I read, super healthy I was. Still am. Nothing wrong with me or my vision. So I started to dive into the research of what the heck I was seeing. I contacted authors and scientists and groups, and I have gotten responses, but it kind of went nowhere. So I did find a group that saw what I was seeing, and they called it the crystalline codes. At that time, that's what I thought it was, but I knew there was more to it because it didn't really explain everything that they were mentioning. So while doing research, I observed like a scientist what I was seeing. Now, what I was told by the years of the channeling and trying to figure this out is that every thought is creation. Every feeling, every emotion is like a magnet to this energy and being fired off into the ethers of our own creations. And every thought vibration is feeding into what grows in our reality. Now, in my channeling, I was told that we have destiny and free will. So we have destined points, what we signed up here for. How they show up depends on how we think, feel, and thus vibrate. The free will part is in between our chosen timelines. We choose how it would look, feel, thus the projection of our reality from our state of how we feel, believe, and act towards it. Now, we are all gods. I'm God, you're God. We're all creating our own world within our world. Like Shakespeare said, we're merely actors in a stage playing our parts. You are the main character, and the version of me that you're seeing, hearing, is the version that is aligned with you and your own being, because we are multi-dimensional beings, meaning all the versions of you and me and everybody exist. The ones you see are the ones, as they say, are in your vibe, your frequency, what you believe, because your thoughts create the version of that frequency that you focus on, your frequency. And in this creation, there is no blame that you're in a lower or higher frequency, because it's all a learning curve and the contrast to our experiences. So, on that note, if your head isn't spinning yet, that's a really, really good sign. And I want to thank you for sticking around and listening to my otherworldly experiences that even blew my own mind. It still does. So, if you enjoyed listening to this video, I have plenty of topics, experiences, and so much other really cool stuff that I want to share with you. It'll be as equally mind-blowing as it was for me as well. So share, like, and subscribe to this channel, as I appreciate your time, and in doing so, it helps algorithm so it could be heard by viewers like you. Stay open-minded and explore this world.